Yep, it happened again. I'm telling you, these evil demonics are following us, and I'm leaving a little space in between, because if I were to have uploaded this video right after I caught it, you would not believe me. You would think I was faking all of this, being followed around in the forest by these, they're spirits. Because this guy that came had the same energy. We left that spot. A lot of people were saying I should have went and helped him. I should have called the cops. The cops aren't going to do anything. By the time they get here, it's going to be quiet, and they're going to say, just move. And we just moved and avoided the whole situation. And if anything, it probably would have aggravated that guy even more. My priority is that I'm top priority, and I'm taking care of my wife, and I'm protecting myself. Anyways, back to this guy. I was getting ready to cook some dinner, and the sun was going down, and we had our side door open, and we weren't thinking of anything happening because we left that spot and we found another spot that was really quiet and there was nobody around again. And somebody pulls in, and I just counted about less than 100 steps away from us. So I'm keeping my eye on him, and I'm trying to cook dinner. I have my eyes down for a minute or two, and all of a sudden there is somebody creeping through the trees, headed right towards us. So the wife immediately reaches for the side door and shuts it and locks it. Now he comes to a clearing in front of our van, and he looks at us and he gets pissed off because her knee-jerk reaction was to shut the door and lock it. We're out here in the middle of nowhere in the forest. After having that incident happen to us, she had a little bit of a PTSD moment and did what she did. I guess that pissed him off. I don't know what he was approaching the van for, but he could have come around the front of the van where we could see him coming on the road like a normal person, but he came creeping through the brush and the trees, creeping up on us. So when he heard the door slam, he jumps out in front of our van and starts flipping us off. Double birds telling us to f off and f you. So I thought, ill intentions already. Now you could have just said, hey, sorry if I crept up on you, just wanted to ask you something. It wasn't like that. It was an immediate f you, blah blah blah. So he walked back to his camp, and from then on I thought, okay, do we pack it up? And this time I said, I'm not packing it up this time. We're gonna hang here. I'm not gonna let this evil entity or force me to leave. I wasn't gonna let this evilness push me out again. So I just kept my eye on him while I was cooking, and like I said, it was about sunset, so I'm not gonna start packing up and it's getting dark and then have to go look for another camp in the dark. So we stayed. as night fell on us, this guy started a fire, and this is what he started doing. Now again, hearing that, would you say that's the same energy? I would think so. And this time I wasn't gonna move. This time I was just gonna sit and watch and wait. And all the people out there saying, oh, you should go over there and talk to him and see if he needs anything. Nope, he came over, he had his chance, and he let us know who he was right off the bat. Next morning I look out and he's packing everything up. He leaves camp. No interaction with him. He didn't look at us, like it didn't even happen for him. We left the city because of this stuff. We had neighbors that were like this. In every single apartment place that we lived, there was somebody that had some kind of problem that would be screaming at the top of their lungs through the walls. The very last place we lived before we hopped in the van, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, was where we lived, where ambulances from other counties would drop off people. You'd see the people come out walking around dazed and confused with plastic bags full of their stuff, not knowing where to go. And our apartment was right across the street, so they would come over, and we live in an alley, so they would park there, take a dump, take a piss, screaming in the windows that were across the street, and do whatever they needed right in our driveway. The neighbor in front of us had the house part of the apartment, and she would have people sleeping on her front porch, and she had a fight with one that said that that was her house. Some lady just was napping on her bench, and my neighbor came home and said, hey, you gotta go. And the lady said, no, this is my house. I'm just letting you guys know that it's out here. Just keep your guard up. Keep an eye out for whoever's parking next to you. And I've learned that kindness in these situations where you don't know anybody is actually a detriment. They'll take your kindness and try to manipulate you. So keep your guard up. Don't let these videos of me showing you a real part of van life scare you off into doing it. Like I said, it's very minimal that these experiences happen. It just had to happen 3 days right after the next one. Now that we got them out of the way, hopefully the rest of the season will be peaceful. We'll see how it goes.